Well, hello, hello, hello. Happy Thursday evening. I'm Tia Knapp, and I'd like to welcome you to this beautiful Words of Wisdom podcast with my good friend, Dr. Michael Gross.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us. I can't wait to get started and share so many wonderful thoughts for the up and coming days to come.
So I will just go ahead really quick and introduce you for those of you who don't know Dr. Michael Gross. I'm hearing music. Dr. Michael Gross is a professional keynote speaker, energy transformational coach, entrepreneur, and the author of Spiritual Primer, applying God's 12 transformational laws to reawaken your soul by reconnecting to God, the true source, to experience your true source's love, joy, and happiness. Michael, you faded away on us.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, I'll continue to introduce you, okay? But maybe we can get the blurry thing going on.
All right, keep talking.
Okay, okay. Michael helps you achieve an unlimited life. For over 30 years, Dr. Michael Gross has been a spiritual teacher, a multidimensional healer, transformational coach who is exceptionally skilled in all aspects of soul, oversoul, vibrations, frequencies, body timing, life force energies, and more. He holds many degrees, some of which include a doctorate of alternative healing and psychology. He's a Reiki master teacher, thought field therapist, certified professional hypnotherapist, and a non-denominational minister. Dr. Michael Gross offers workshops including reconnecting to the true source, cellular release, manifestation protocols, energy multidimensional healing, enlightenment, and many others. Maybe if you scoot back, Michael.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
going to do is I'm going to go off and come back on again. So you continue.
Okay, I will. Hurry back. Michael is also an international intuitive consultant for corporations and has traveled over half the world. His clients are in USA, Australia, New Zealand, South America, Asia, and other countries. And now his messages are even being heard in the Baltic countries, Sweden, and South Korea. He's just completed a formation in his 501c3 nonprofit corporation called the International Institute of Self Empowerment. And I'm thrilled to pieces to have him join me on this Words of Wisdom podcast. Our topic tonight will be coping with all the energy changes. And I think we're going through one right now. He should be joining us again shortly. We had this issue earlier, and I thought we had it resolved. Here he comes. All right. We'll let him back in, and we're going to go ahead and get started. There you go, Michael.
All right,
We
thank you, everyone.
welcome you for joining us, okay?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your patience. When I was asking the true source, what should I discuss this evening? I was told to talk about coping with the energy changes. And so I'm going to lay little bit of a background, and after the background, talk about how we're going to be coping or in harmony and balance. As we know, at least I thought that the age of Aquarius started 2000. However, I learned in 2024 it officially went into fruition, and somewhere towards the end of November of 24. And by now, if you haven't heard, it means understanding life and love and joy and happiness, truth and compassion and understanding and spirituality encompass all those. And it's going to exist for approximately a little more, a little less, for 20 years. But also what we're doing is a new lineup of energy and vibrations and frequencies. And that is coming up now, and it's about a year and a half to 2 year run, so to speak, is we're being asked to let go of those issues, those fears, and those doubts that own us and control us. So many of you will be experiencing anger, frustration, and memories of the past. What I'd like you all to think about when these memories of the past, most of them will be challenging memories, is to take a look and say, okay, why is this in my life? What am I to learn from it? And how long do I have to deal with this? It's coming up because it's time for you to release those fears, those doubts, those insecurities. You know, I often talk about self worth, self love, and self esteem. which we are all here to learn on this planet, including yours truly. And we're learning about it in many different ways. When this issue comes up, don't run and hide from it, because it's going to keep chasing you and chasing you and chasing you, and you can't run away from it. What you can do is sit down, lie down, and do a quick meditation and ask the true source, why is this in my life again? What am I to learn about it? How does it affect my self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem? And look at this as an opportunity. It's a gift. And it's a gift for you to release this karmic reaction in your life. Everything that happens in your life that is challenging is teaching you coping mechanisms about self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem. Everything in your life that is bringing joy and happiness is also for you to understand that your life isn't always negative, it isn't always positive, it's a combination of different emotions. But now, over this, and it's not going to take 20 years, but over this next year and a half to 2 years, or less if you want it to be, is now's a chance to learn and grow and release these emotions. And these emotions have to do with doubt and fear and anxiety and insecurities. The one important item we have to remember is that you are part of the true source, or if you wish, God, the true source. All of us are. And how can I say that? Well, you look at your DNA, and that's a figure of speech. Just as your DNA and chromosome is that of your parents and ancestors, your essence, your frequency and vibrations and energy is part of the true source. That vibrations and energy resides in you, just like the chromosomes and DNA of your ancestors. So now we're looking at it a little bit differently, but the concept is the same. So as you know, I use my branding, you are unlimited. And once you begin to embrace this and understand it, that everything in your life is positive to help heal you and go forward, then all these challenges that are coming up is something that's very, very positive. I would share with you some of my training to be able to do this work from the true source. Was with the true source, things were being brought up. And I will say my guides and angels of true source were relentless. They wouldn't let it go. I was sweating, I was perspiring, my heart was pounding, I was swearing, I was cursing silently, I was angry, and I fought it and fought it and fought it till I could not fight anymore. The energy wasn't let go until I let go of what I came here to learn and whatever emotions that I needed to empower me. That was part of my training. And I will tell you, it was very painful. By the time the third issue was brought up, I began to release it a little bit easier. And then the fourth and fifth were pieces of cake, because I realized this resistance creates insistence. And so resistance to it, I insisted that I wanted to mellow, not mellow, but wallow in the energy of anger, frustration, retribution, anger, hate, whatever you want to call it. But in truth, all of us on this planet are part of the one, part of the true source. And we came here because we created karma, which goes against what some religious groups talk about. But in the very beginning, we asked for karma. Karma is nothing but an experience. Dharma with a D is also an experience. It's also another type of experience. Karma is what challenges us, what we may have absorbed or created in our past lives, and even this lifetime. And Dharma is also what we've created, which brings us joy and happiness. So you have this combination of things going on. But I find it so interesting because many souls that I work with, they only remember the negative. It's all they can bring about, the negative, 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 negative. And my question to them is, well, were there any positive thoughts? Well, maybe. Well, would you remember? No, I'm angry. So if you look at your life, whatever number of years of age you are, the positive things that have gone on in your life, the everyday positive things, are probably somewhere between 98 and 99%. But that 1% or 2% of negative, you seem to hang on to. And why are you hanging on to it? It's calling ego, ego, edging God out. It's important for you to be right. And that's true. It's important for you to be right, but not at the cost of anger, not at the cost of ego, not admitting that, gee, there was something to learn. So now you're going to have new coping skills. And if you turn around emotionally, mentally, physically, what am I to learn? Why is this in my life? And this is a positive, empowering thing. As you think that way, you'll begin to release it. You're going to feel things in your body, tingling, warmth, maybe some pain, some anger, some frustration. You're going to feel all those things. And I was working with a woman earlier today, and she had hip problems and back problems. And she was trying to control everything in her life. Well, the hip and back, if your back bothers you, it's either two reasons. One, you're worried about finances, which she was, and you're not letting go of an emotional pain, a block. And of course, if you look at your hip, in her case, in her knee, is you don't like the direction you're going in, but you don't want to let go because insistence keeps resistance, my way or the highway. Let it all go. And once you let it all go, it'll disappear. And it's not important for you to be right for someone else. It's important for you to be right for yourself. Well, what does that mean, being right for yourself? Being right is that this is something I chose to learn and no longer needs to be in my life and no longer suits me. This is the crush and energy that's occurring right now. And when I go on to social media and I look at what's happening here in the United States, Canada, Europe, many countries, I'm in touch with people. It's going on, chaos, uncertainty, fear, doubt, opinionation, all those things are going on. What's the purpose of this? What do you gain by showing hate? What do you gain by being angry or looking for retribution? I will tell you what you're gaining. You're still going to be angry, you're still going to be upset, and every emotion, positive or negative, affects your body. How do you think you come down with high blood pressure, ulcers, diabetes, cancer, or any other malady? How do you think you come down with it? All has to be with your emotions. And where do you store those emotions? In your back and your liver, your lungs, your spleens, your pancreas, your heart, well, even in your brain, in your muscles, ligaments, tendons, veins, and arteries. You put it all there. So now's the time to let go. And there's an old saying, let go and let God. Let go, meditate, as I said, ask for answers. And some people go, well, I asked, nothing happened. And they're tapping their fingers, oh, nothing happened. They say all that stuff. It's like your ego's in your way because you don't want to hear the truth. So the next step is guides, angels, true source, soul. When the time is right, let me know the answer. You may have a dream at night. You may hear a song, or you may have somebody say something. Sometimes I'm looking for an answer and I'm a little anxious, and I'll meet a person and out of the blue, they'll say something and a light bulb goes off. Yep, that's my answer. It's so simple. But you see, the ego side of us doesn't want to hear negativity, doesn't want to hear fear or doubt. All it does, it wants to be right. In order to do right and be right, you have to look at those challenges. Those challenges are positive because it reforms and changes you who you are. And those souls who don't want to change, bless you. I love you. And if you don't get it by the end of this lifetime, then you get a reward. And the reward is when you reincarnate, you're going to have to do this all over again. It's not a punishment, not at all. It's very empowering. It's like eating some kind of a meal out that you really enjoy. Wow, what a wonderful experience. Or it's like your mother or father or somebody at school said, hey, good work, congratulations. We all want things to come easy. We want items in our life to be simple. And when I ask the true source, why is spirituality so difficult? And the true source said, you humans have to make a big deal out of everything. And the answers in life are so simple. Look for the simple answers, not the complex answers. And then when I share the answers or help them discover it, they got to analyze it to death. It's yes or no, it's positive or negative. That's it. The answers are simple. It's the ego, the doubt, the insecurity, lack of self-worth, self-love, and self-esteem that makes you analyze everything. And so I asked, well, why true source? Why do they analyze? Because they're not sure of the answer. It's not the answer they wanted to hear. It's the answer the ego wanted to hear. Now you're on a vibration frequency of energy to clear house. It's like getting all the baggage and rubble out of the house cleaning and creating love and joy and happiness in your life. That's what this opportunity is. So look at this change that's coming up. This is positive because I'm learning something new. This is positive because I'm learning and healing. This is positive because it's going to change me. This is positive because I am going to find more joy and happiness in my health. And guess what? It's going to change my energy and vibration, which is going to change my health, which is going to make me happier. It's so important. It's not about all the toys. It's not all about the prosperity you have accomplished. It's all about you finding yourself, that you are unconditionally loving, allowing, and non-judgmental. That's the energy that created you. It's about finding joy and happiness and peace in your life. It's all about finding what you came here to learn in a very positive way. That's what it's all about. To you, you would like to say something?
I do. Thank you, Michael. When one of the things that popped into my head when I was listening to you just now is that when we acknowledge the positive and become more loving, we're not only becoming more loving to those around us, but we're sending out if I'm correct here, we're sending out that huge ripple, right?
Yes.
And could you talk a little bit about that, like where it goes, that ripple, where it goes?
Well, I want you to think of a cell phone, everybody. I should say I desire all of you to think of a cell phone, not want to, because you never get the finished product of the wanting. So I desire all of you to look at your cell phones. You get your cell phone, and I'm calling to you. Now, her telephone number, the energy telephone number, goes up in the air somewhere, goes to a satellite, bounces off the satellite, looks for the energy and vibration of that telephone number, and your phone rings and we're conversing with each other. Really simple. Now, let's play this forward a little more. Your thoughts and energy have a frequency and vibration. Electroencephalogram measures brain waves, and you've heard about me talking about that before. So the brain waves goes out somewhere into the universe, okay? Now, the thought that you're sending out is no different than the telephone number you're calling. You're expecting a response. So either T is there or leave a message or whatever. Now, when it goes out to the universe, it attracts like. Whatever you're thinking, whether it's positive or negative, you're attracting it into your life. And then maybe a day later, a month later, why is my day so kittywampus? Why is it going so bad? Well, congratulations. You manifested those thoughts. That's how it works. That's everything in your life works. Like attracts like. Your thoughts are attracting. Universe, as we say, doesn't judge whether it's positive or negative. Oh, Michael wants this. Okay. Well, what if it's negative? I'm just sending him whatever he wants, and it's up for him to interpret whatever it is. Therefore, and I'll repeat this, and I've done it many times, there's no such thing as a vacuum in the universe. So in other words, when you have a negative thought, you don't change it. It will manifest in your life. And all you need to do is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, cancel, cancel. Now you stop the thoughts, put the brakes on, stopped. But unless you say something positive like, I am healthy, I am healed, I like ice cream, I love the sun, something positive, that original thought will seek out like attracts like. So when you say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, cancel, 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 I'm happy, I like ice cream, it's going to bring that into your life. Ice cream, joy, happiness, whatever it is. Now, when you do that scientifically, the left brain disconnects with the right brain and goes to the amygdala, which is the back of the head. Okay. So, how does the amygdala work? It's very simple. And let's suppose that you decide that you wanted to buy a red Volvo. And all of a sudden, you're driving down the street, you see a lot of red Volvos. Wow, look at all of them. They were always there, but they weren't important to you. But now that you have that thought, you're beginning to see it, or a blue car, whatever it is, or whatever you're thinking about. So you see, you are always creating things around you. You may not be aware of them until you express the thought. What is most important, and I reiterate this again, and you'll hear me talking about it, the acronym I use is FABA: faith, belief, and acceptance. Faith says, yes, I am able to now do this. I am able to now do this. Not tomorrow, not the future, now. Belief, it's already on its way. Don't know when it's going to come, but it's already on its way. And acceptance is you are worthy of everything. Think about that. Some people don't think they're worthy. Why? Because they want to punish themselves. They have a false belief. What are you worthy of? Whatever you desire. Are you worthy of chaos? Yep, there it is. Of hate, insecurity, sickness, illness? Yep, you're worthy of this. Are you worthy of joy, happiness, perfect health? Yep, you are worthy of this. So against many belief systems, you are the SOUL and SOLE creator of your life. Your thoughts, your energy, your feelings, your emotions are now creating your life every moment of your life. Whether it's positive or negative, I would like you to think about something different. And that everything is an experience that is positive and joyful. And I could hear some people saying, well, if I manifest going out to dinner, oh, that's joyous. Somebody picks up the bill, yes. But if there's pain or anger or frustration, how can I be joyous about this? The joy about it is somebody's opening a door and said, hey, you ready to let this go? You ready to have joy and happiness? Get rid of this block? Change this belief system? Change about what you feel about yourself? Hey, there's a lot of joy in this. Are you ready to take the leap forward? And there are many people that will be listening to this, will be arguing, or many, I hope, will be ready to make a change. To you have a thought you want to share.
I actually have a couple of comments from Darshan. He says, we definitely create the world around us, whether we are conscious of it or not. And then he wrote, I am priceless and immeasurable treasure. My value is so immense, there is no measure. What a beautiful verse, right, Michael?
The beautiful thought. As some of you may have known, Darshan, my dog, Darshan, has created something to learn. He's gone through a lot of pain, but he's taken lemons and turning them into honey, and he's grown and expressing something that's very powerful. And what a beautiful thought. Thank you for sharing, Darshan, for all of us. So as you were talking, I'm beautiful, I'm wonderful, I'm unlimited, I'm happiness, I'm joy, I'm prosperous, I'm abundance, etc., etc. Those thoughts, sooner or later, will manifest into your life. But part of the secret is to speed things up is the passion that you put behind it. Well, think of the passion you put about something negative. Saying, a person will say, well, they're dumb, they're stupid, they can't do this, that. Think of the passion they put into it. How much passion do you hear people or souls say, I'm prosperous, I'm healed, I'm wonderful, I'm enlightened, I can do anything? It's usually, I can do anything, I'm happy, I'm prosperous. Why hasn't it happened yet? Where is it? I don't see it. I don't hear an answer. Congratulations. You're 100% correct. Because your doubt, you blocked it. Look how powerful you are. Think about these things that I'm sharing, because these are the things that are going to be going on in your life for the next several years. And it's awakening that's coming up. And it's an awakening about new spirituality. And my definition of spirituality as the true source. It's not somebody else's rules and regulations that you have to take on faith. It's about realizing you're unlimited and realizing that you are the sole creator of your life and realizing that spirituality are the wonderful experiences you're having. Tia, you wanted to say something.
Yes, Darshan has another comment for you, Michael. He writes, I am ready to let go of the damage to my head and arm that I created in the rollover accident. He's ready to go. And he's now saying, I am healed. It is done. My body is in perfect working order. What a powerful message. Thank you, Darshan.
Yes, it's a wonderful message for all of us. You see, he is following through from his soul, which everybody can choose to do, keyword to choose, to create a new vibration energy of joy, happiness, healing, whatever it is. The problem and the challenge we all have is we're impatient. And then our ego goes, well, nothing's happened. This is a bunch of malarkey, and so on and so forth. So spend a few moments every day, express something happy, and look at some things you've created, whether it was a bicycle, a wagon, an electric train, or a book that you desired, or something that brought you joy. Yes, to you.
We also have a comment here from Inga. She says she's clearing the way for the new.
Exactly. And the new is now, not tomorrow, not 100 years from now, this moment, this second. You are creating your life by every thought, and it affects you physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and energetically. Now's the time to change the thinking. So, as the true source said, are you a slave of your fears or master of your life? I wanted to share that. I'm just checking the time, and so we're running towards the end. I will be filling you in more information about what we're discussing today, but I desire all of you to know that you are very precious, that you all are enlightened, and you all are spiritual, and you've forgotten it, or it's been drummed out of you by religiosity or some fears and doubts. Now is the time. It's easier than any time in your lifetime to shed the old skin and go through the rebirth, new beginnings. And the opportunity is now yours with you. I'd like to share also that on Tuesday evenings from 6:30 p.m. to 7:30 a.m. Pacific time, we have what we call Soul Awakening. And what's possible is I invite all of you listening to this, call in, ask some question about spirituality. And I do not do personal readings, but general questions, unless somebody has birthed out or there's an emergency crisis. I do make those exceptions. And ask the question, and hopefully I can answer it. And then I deliver a 10-minute message. It's channeled from the true source. So you're probably wondering, how do I access this? How do I get on? And it's done on freeconferencecall.com. So as I jokingly say, you can be in your pajamas or whatever. I'll never know. But the forum is ask any question, and hopefully I can give you an answer. Do you tell them how to get in contact with us?
I'd be happy to. I also put all this contact information in the comments so that you can have it later if you're not able to write it down right now. But that Tuesday night call-in number is 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125-446-5655. pound. One more time, please.
Absolutely. 202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125446 pound. So using those codes, the same telephone numbers, the second Saturday of every month from 9:55 a.m. to 11:01 a.m. Pacific time, called Mass Consciousness Healing. Come on a little bit early. We chat for a few moments. We go into a deep meditation, but then the magic begins because you become a conduit for the true source's unconditional love. As that energy flows through your body, and it flows through your body, comes out of your heart chakra, and then out through the ethers, envelops everything on this planet, the animal, mineral, vegetable kingdom, which we are part of the animal kingdom, with unconditional love and healing. Last time we did it, we had Krishna, we had Jesus, we had the Archangel Michael, the Archangel Gabriel, and we also had Buddha joining us. You don't have to take my word for it. You will experience that love. And here's the plus. Nothing negative can exist in the energy of love. Nothing. So here's a beautiful experience for all of you. And the charge is your time to give up a little over an hour to make a difference on this planet. And goodness knows we really need to make a difference. And with that thought in mind, Tio, give them that information, how they can join us on the second Saturday of every month on freeconferencecall.com.
The number you call is 202-926-1059. And the access code, Michael?
125446 pound. One more time.
202-926-1059. And the code, Michael?
125446 pound. I would like to add another item, and that is those 10-minute messages that I deliver. There's a recording, and there are 391 or 92. They're not labeled, and I forgot to do them, but as I said before, the true source, no, you didn't forget, was intentional. And I said, why? Michael, do you want to read through 391, 392 different labels? No. Tell everybody to just trust their soul. So pick a number between 3, it starts in 3, and 391, whatever number, like 217, and just punch it in the phone, 217. And listen, most of them are 10 minutes long, a few a little longer, and 99% are 10 minutes long. And you'll be amazed, gee, just what I desire to hear. Or you're stuck in traffic, or you're unhappy, or you're depressed, or you're angry. Just listen. Take advantage of it, because it is and will and does change your life. Tio, tell them how to get in touch with that.
That number is 434-300-4170. And the access code, Michael?
125446 pound. One more time, please.
434-300-4170. And the code, Michael?
125446 pound. So I just wanted to share that with you. And I would also like to share that I do a complimentary consultation for about a half an hour. Sometimes it'll be a little longer, to everybody that is new to this. Also, I'd like to share that if you go to Dr. Michael B. Gross YouTube, there are some replays with beautiful photographs taken by the award-winning photographer Tio Knapp. And there's a quote, and then you get a 5 or 10 minute little explanation. So I encourage all of you to do that. Now, one other thing which I've neglected to mention, and on the second Saturday of every month, if you call in a little late and you hear silence, it means that we are in meditation. I will know that you're signed in and ask your soul to join us. However, I would encourage you to be on time, but sometimes things happen. I would like to share that with you. Also, if you'd like to know more about me, my suggestion is that you go to drmichaelgross.com. And remember, I'm not the urologist. I'm Dr. Michael Gross, and there are others. And you can take a look at my website. I'd like to encourage all of you who haven't done that. The website is beautifully done, and the designer is TUNAP, so thank you to you. Also, we'll be talking some exciting new news about the International Institute of Self-Empowerment in the next couple of weeks. It's a 501c3 nonprofit dedicated to assisting abused women, children, and men find a new lease on life. And that's exciting. And the director of that division, of course, is TUNAP. So we'll talk more about that with the exciting news, but I'm planting seeds. One other item, and that is all of you share this information. Ask others to join us. Because the secret is, whether you know it or not, when the channeling comes in from the true source, everyone is listening. It works on your vibrations to heal. The way it works, everybody's different, so I'm not going to go into an explanation. Just know it is beginning to heal you physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually. And please, after this is over, I don't know if I felt something. Did it really work? Did it really happen? Congratulations, you're right. You just blocked it. Just notice the difference over the coming days. So I wish to thank all of you. And now I would like to talk to you about something else. And that is this beautiful book written by TUNAP, Healing the Holes in Your Soul. Story of a woman who went through literally hell and, like the phoenix, rebirth and came forward. And her story is empowering, enlightening, and it's for everyone to read. So I encourage you to read it. And as you know, as I say, I like the guy that wrote the foreword. He's pretty cool. So I thought I'd add that.
Thank you, Michael. Thank you very much for your kind words and the beautiful entry that you put into the book as well. But I highly recommend that everybody start with this book here, The Spiritual Primer, written by Dr. Michael Gross, because the content in here and this wonderful man who's holding that book in his hand changed my life. This to me is priceless. Michael is such a blessing, such a gift in my life. And had it not been for Michael, the book that he's holding wouldn't even be in existence. So definitely take him up on that offer for a complimentary consultation. And if you'd like to get a signed copy of this, reach out to us, one of us, because you can't buy this on Amazon right now, Michael. But how wonderful, because I don't remember what the price is, but you said there's one still on Amazon for, I don't know, some crazy price.
I heard it was $500.
I believe this book is priceless. It can change your life. It's totally changed mine. And definitely reach out to Michael when you have a chance. If you need a healing, if you just want to talk, he's a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful soul, and he will enrich your life. So thank you, Michael, for bringing this to my life, and thank you for truly enriching mine, because you are the most precious gift on the planet for all of us.
Thank you so much. Thank you for your kind words. All of you, I want to thank you so much. I want to thank you so much for everything, for your participation, for spreading the word. Thank you. You know, what is coming up in the United States is July 4th at this time. And all of you, whether you're American or Canadian or Belgium or wherever you're from, just appreciate the opportunities to express yourself and the freedoms you have in life, and treasure them. And don't look for all the negativity that's going on in your country. Look for the change and enlightenment and awakening that's going on, and be part of that awakening. Be unconditionally loving and non-judgmental. Unconditionally loving and non-judgmental. Truly, see the bright thing in everything that is happening. As my mother said to me, if you can't say something good about a person, don't say anything at all. Send your family, your friends, your country, and Mother Earth. Ask for the true sources, unconditional love, all over this planet, for every country and every human being and every person. and use critical thinking. That's so powerful. Critical thinking. Critical thinking is don't accept what you hear, to really understand, getting the ego aside, what's really going on. So thank you, everyone.
Michael, excuse me, Michael, just really quick. Darshan has another comment to share, okay? He said it's all happening at the most perfect time, and he wanted to thank us both for sharing your wisdom and time with us.
Thank you, Darshan, and thank you all of you who are listening to this. I wish you a great week. I wish you joy. And remember, you are unlimited. Namaste, everybody. We love
Namaste.
you. Take care.
Thank you for joining.